Hey everybody, welcome to your last distance learning lesson, and it is one of my favorites. I'm so excited to teach this one. I love it. It is called box plots. Our learning target is we will summarize data box plots. Get your pencils or pens or whatever you're using ready for notes, and here we go. All right, so box plots. And I'm just going to tell you that another name for box plots is box and whisker plots. And you'll see why when we make one, okay? Or actually you can see down here, but when we make one, you'll see it also. All right, so a box plot displays a data distribution using 5 key numbers. The difference between the first and third quartile, which we're going to learn about, is called the interquartile range, or the IQR, if you want to sound all fancy. Okay, so we are going to work with what we are going to call a 5-number summary. That's what helps me memorize how many dots I'm going to need on my box plot. And here are the 5 numbers that you're going to need in order to make the box plot. So the first one you're going to need is the minimum. The minimum is your smallest piece of data or your lowest number that is shown with a dot. The second number you need is your lower quartile, or your Q1, and that is the median of your lower half of data. And I'll show you that on the example problem on the next slide. Okay, you guys know what the median is. The median is the median of the data or the middle. Don't forget, median means middle, like the median in the highway is the middle of the two sides. The fourth number that you're going to need is the upper quartile, or Q3, and that is the median of your upper half of your data. And the last number you need is your maximum, which is your largest piece of data, or your dot that's at the highest point on your box plot, okay? As always, when we're talking about, median and range and minimum and maximum, you always want to order your numbers from least to greatest, okay? So if you need a pause on this slide to get all your notes down, go ahead and pause and then just click continue or play when you want to go on to the example. All right, here we go. Okay, so here I've got a set of data, and obviously they are not in order. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to order our numbers from least to greatest, okay? So let me see. Our lowest number looks like 15. Okay, so we're going to write 15, comma, and then 23 looks like our next one. And you'll notice I've got a lot of space up here, because when you actually put your numbers in order from least to greatest, you're going to be doing a lot of the other work for your 5-number summary up here in what you're doing, okay, in this list. All right, so our next number is 28. Next number looks like 29. 30. I'm going to make sure I don't miss anything, get it out of place. 35. 36. I saw that guy down there. 37. 38. And yes, you have to write down both of them because they each represent, for instance, a person. So this could be person 1, this could be person 2. So please make sure if you have 2 different numbers, 2 of the same numbers, you have to write both of them down. And then 40 looks like our last number. Okay, so from this list that's in order, you can already find your minimum and your maximum and your median right away, okay? So your minimum is your smallest number. So our smallest number is 15, okay? Minimum here. And your maximum is your biggest number, this guy right here. So that's 40. And then your median, remember from way, way long time ago, your median is your middle number when you cross one low, one high, okay? So one low, one high, one low, one high, one low, one high, one low, one high, one low, one high. And that number in the middle is your median, okay? Now do me a favor. When you're crossing out one low and one high, just put a line through it because you still need to see your numbers, okay? Don't scribble through them so hard that you can't see what the number is underneath, because you're going to need the numbers that you've crossed out. You're going to need them again because you're actually going to cross them out again, okay? All right, so our median is 35 because it's the number smack dab in the middle. All right, now your lower quartile is your median of your lower half of data, okay? So this is your lower half of your data because it's everything from here to here. Because remember, 35 is your middle, your median. So here's your lower half, and then here's your upper half. Okay, lower half, upper half go with lower quartile and upper quartile. Okay, so now what you're going to do is, let me get a different color, or I guess I can use red again. All right, so here is our lower half. For the lower quartile, you're going to find the median of this set of numbers. Actually, I'm going to get a different color. I'll go with brown. So again, one low, one high, one low, one high, and the middle of your lower half is 28. So that's your lower quartile. Okay, that's your Q1. All right, in your upper half, same thing. One low, one high, one low, one high. 38 is in the middle of your upper half, so that's your upper quartile or your Q3. So I'm going to put 38. Now the only thing left for us to calculate is our IQR, our interquartile range. And that is your IQR equals your Q3 or your upper quartile minus your Q1, your lower quartile. Okay, so in this case, it's going to be 38 because that was our upper quartile minus 28, which is our lower quartile. So our IQR is 10. Okay, so IQR equals 10. Okay, now last thing we have to do is draw our box plot or our box and whisker plot. And let me, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause for just a second and I'm going to snatch this data right here and put it on a new slide and show you how to make it on a nice clean slide so I can make it big. Okay, hang on one second. Okay, thank you for that. Let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how to make your box plot or your box and whisker plot, and it's really easy to do as long as you have the correct numbers for your 5-number summary. These 5 numbers are going to make your box plot. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to draw a number line. All right, and then it needs to go from your minimum to your maximum. Okay, so we're going to come down here, and I might just do 10 here. I know I got to go from 10, and I can go ahead and stop at 40 here. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and we'll go ahead and label in between 2. We've got enough room here. We'll go by 5s. Okay, so to make your box plot or your box and whisker plot, you're going to make a number line, and then you're just going to simply put your 5 numbers from your 5-number summary on or above your number line. Okay, so let's look at our minimum. Our minimum is at 15. So you're going to put a dot, like come up here just a little bit above your number line, and you're going to put a dot at the 15. Okay, your maximum is 40. You're going to come up and try to stay as even as you can, because this is all going to line up. Try to put your maximum dot there, even with your minimum. Okay, now, next put your median. Now on these 3, median, lower quartile, and upper quartile, you're going to draw a dot, and then you're going to draw some lines, okay? So your median is 35. So you're going to put a dot here at 35, and then I want you to draw a straight line through it as best you can, okay? Now, your lower quartile is 28. So it's going to be somewhere around here, almost to 30, but not quite. And we're going to put a dot above in the same place and then draw a line through it. And then your upper quartile is 38, which is almost to 40, but not quite. Put a dot where it belongs and then draw a line through that. Now this is the best part. Here comes your box for your box plot. And then I'll show you where the whiskers come from if you want to call it a box and whisker. They're the same thing. I think I've taught it in the past as box and whisker, but I think they cut out the whisker part. I don't know why. It's so cute. But anyway, so your 3 dots here, your Q1 here, your median here, and your Q3 here make your box, okay? These 3 are always going to make your box. And then from your Q3, draw a line to your maximum. And from your minimum to your Q1, you're going to draw a line. And do you see how that looks like whiskers? So box and whisker plot because it's got the box in the middle and the whiskers coming out, or just the box plot because your box is here with your 3 numbers, your Q1, your median, and your Q3, okay? So these guys right here are always going to make the box, okay? And then your minimum and your maximum are going to be your whiskers. Those are going to be your straight lines that come out of your box. Does that make sense? I hope so. So I love this lesson. I think this is one of the funnest things that I get to teach all year long. So I hope it's as easy for you as it is for me. Oh, and your interquartile range. Hang on, let me show you what that is here on your graph or your box plot. Your interquartile range, remember, is the difference between your Q3 and your Q1. So your interquartile range is the distance between your Q1 and your Q3. So your interquartile range is basically the distance between your Q1 and your Q3 that makes your box. Does that make sense? All right. So that's it. One example. Don't forget to do your matching pairs and don't forget to do your quiz in the Nearpod and then go back and upload your notes and complete your performance task. I could not resist this next picture for you guys. That's all. This is your last distance learning lesson. Congratulations. You've been doing a super job, and I will see you later. Bye.